I learn English every day with private tutor, new words, new vocabulary, but each time when I start watching English movie, it seems that they are speaking completely different language. I understand nothing. Why does it happen? If you found yourself in this situation, this video is for you. I will provide you few reasons why it can happen and some ideas how to avoid it. Hi everyone, my name is Julia and I'm an English tutor. First of all, it can be not appropriate level. It's better to start and watch films relevant to your level. If you have pre-intermediate level of English, it's better to watch some YouTube videos or some simple shows or simple movies, maybe even cartoons that will be appropriate for your level. Even you can search on the internet a different film lists for different levels. If you're intermediate learner, it's also not a good idea to watch hard, complicated documentary stories or I don't know, detective stories where you should be attentive to details. It's much easier to choose American comedy, for example, or watch a film that you already know and you know the plot. It's also much easier to watch videos from not American. Yes, sometimes it's much easier to understand not natives than natives, and you can watch videos on YouTube that relevant to your topic. For example, find some travel videos or educational videos or blogs from not native speakers. It will be much easier for you to understand. Secondly, it can be language proficiency. English is not your native language, and of course you can come across with a lot of slang words, phrasal verbs, idioms that you don't know. That's why you can find it difficult to understand English movies. For this, step by step, you can try to learn new phrases, new phrasal verbs, new idioms that frequently used in movies, and it will be much easier for you in future. Second, it's language proficiency. American movies full of idioms, slang words, phrasal verbs that we unfortunately haven't studied at school. And of course, when you came across with these words, you have difficulties with understanding them. But step by step, if you try to learn them, if you try to memorize them, implement them, these films will be easier for you, yes, and when you come across these words again, you will understand them. Third reason can be different accents and dialects. To be honest with you, even native speakers find it difficult to understand other accents. For example, for American guy, it can be challenging to watch some British series because of some accent differences and vocabulary difference. That's why I will let you find a story how even British guy found it difficult to understand Scottish guy because of this accent and dialects.
The Honourable Gentleman, what work is being done to make sure that this place is more accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues who have a disability?
Here, here.
I'm sorry, it must be something to do with my Antipodean background. Could you please repeat the question, because I didn't follow it?
You can try to find some movies that have clear dialects. For example, if you focus on American English, try to watch American movies, yes, with not a lot of dialects. And the same if you want to focus on British English, British pronunciation, focus more on British series. The fourth reason is cultural references. Sometimes in movies there can be some cultural references or historical references that you can't understand without knowing this background. It's impossible to avoid this anyway. These people from different cultures, from different background, and anyway you will come across such difficulties. The fifth reason is connected speech. When Americans speak, sometimes they pronounce few words like one word and they swallow some sound, they don't pronounce some letters, and because of this some non-natives they find it challenging to hear exactly what word was said because it's like mix of few words, yes, like few words, and or the whole phrase can sound like one word.
Oh my God, that is the best cheesecake I've ever had. Where did you get this?
It was at the front door when I got home. Somebody sent it to us.
Okay, how to fix it? First of all, choose appropriate level. If you're pre-intermediate learner, choose some videos that are appropriate for your level. You can definitely find a lot of lists with levels on the internet. Also, you can try to watch cartoons, watch videos on YouTube. They are much easier. It's easier to watch short videos. Don't start with the whole movie. It's better if you watch 5-minute video, 10-minute video, but you will analyze it, you will listen it a few times. You can even read a script of this video and after analyze words. For example, listen it first time, after read script, second time to listen it, and you will be prepared for listening because you will already know the words. Or you can watch videos on YouTube. It's much better to watch shorter video than the whole movie when you find difficulties with understanding. For example, you can watch 5-minute video, watch first time, after you can read the script, highlight unknown words, translate them, understand their meaning, and after without subtitles try to watch this video a second time. For example, it will be much easier for you to catch some of the words and it will be much clearer for you. If you find challenging listening listen native speakers, you can listen non-native speakers. They speak more slowly, more clearly, more understandable, and you can start from this. Next, you can try to use subtitles if it's necessary. They will make process of watching films a little bit easier for you. Remember, practice makes perfect. It's impossible to swim without practicing swimming. It's impossible to drive without driving. The same with listening. If you want to improve your listening skills, you need to listen and listen a lot, and you need to practice the skills. That's why try to listen as much as possible, but choose, as we discussed before, appropriate level for you. Next one, you shouldn't just listen. You should pick up some new words, learn them, try to implement them, try to memorize them. If you have difficulty memorizing the words and constantly forget them, you can watch my video how not to forget words and remember them. Try to focus just on one accent. Don't listen a lot of different accents when you are in the beginning of your path, because you will be overwhelmed with different information, a lot of words plus different accents. Focus just on one accent. Later on, when you reach, for example, intermediate level, you can add other accents to your practice. One more useful tip, it can be analyzing songs, but be careful choosing songs. Don't choose rap songs, too complicated, because sometimes they don't follow grammar rules in some songs or mispronounce some words. Be careful picking up songs, and it can be even a little bit challenging understanding the meaning. You can check some translation or meaning of some words, but if you try to listen song and after sing it, it will be a little bit easier to remember pronunciation maybe of some words or practice them and even hear these words when you listen to the song again. To sum up, here you can find the reasons why it can be challenging to understand American movies and tips how to avoid it. I hope it was useful for you and it was really interesting, and it will help you improve your listening skill. Just practice, and implementing all these rules will help you. And if you're interested in improving your speaking, you can also watch This Is My Video. Follow for more.